There's a lot of steps that lead up to this moment. The cracking of an egg. Many of us consume eggs regularly, but might not know all the steps it takes to get from our farm to your table. What we feed our hens and how we care for them is essential to providing high-quality nutrition to our local consumers. The journey begins when the feed mill receives ingredients. In Manitoba, some of the grain comes from local producers, but ingredients that aren't grown or produced locally are sourced from outside the province. These ingredients are tested for their nutritional value as well as for any disease or harmful bacteria to ensure their ingredients are of the highest quality. If these values are not met, the load is then rejected. It's here that the feed is processed for each farmer's specific order to fit the needs of their flock. But how do we determine what these hens actually need? This is where we lean on the help of poultry nutritionists who can help optimize a hen's diet.
My name is Marion Wogire. I'm a poultry nutritionist with Trouw Nutrition in Canada. Our farmers are usually our eyes and ears when they're in the barn. This is their livelihood, so they're really invested in the well-being of the animals. So they would collect all the data that's involved in production. That would let us know if they see any issues. They're also heavily involved in what goes into their diet, so they have a say in what we put in the feed as well. Sometimes I also get some time to go on the field and get into the farm and the barns. We first observe a biosecurity protocol where we put on our booties before we go into the barn, put on our nets, hair nets and coveralls, some gloves sometimes if we're touching the hens. We would walk in, sit down with the producer, look at their production records, see how the hens are doing in terms of egg size, their body weight. Are they healthy? Is there any challenges that the farmers are facing? And then after that, we would walk every row and look at the hens. Are they active? Are they vocalizing? Do they have feed and water available to them at all times? Do they have a place that is safe and a little bit darker for them to feel that they're comfortable to lay the eggs? We look at the lighting system and say if it's bright enough for them and not too bright, not too dim, nothing is flickering. And then we walk out and discuss any issues that we've seen in the barn with the farmers and how to address those challenges. So a typical feed would have grains, which would be our source of energy, a little bit of fat to provide energy and also bind all the ingredients together. We also use soy or canola as our source of proteins. Our soy and wheat and canola are locally grown and some of the corn as well. We also provide vitamins and minerals in the feed and some amino acids. And we also look at the water quality to determine how we formulate the feed. There's a variety of vitamins and micronutrients that we add to the feed. That would include the trace minerals and also macro minerals like calcium and phosphorus. So laying hens need calcium not only for bone strength, but because they lay eggs every single day, they need extra calcium for eggshell formation. When we provide calcium, we can use sources such as fine limestone and large particle calcium from limestone rock, oyster shells, and sometimes bone as well. In Manitoba, we mostly use oyster shells and limestone rock. We get it from Faulkner in Manitoba. There are some issues that I've had people talk about and I would like to address them. That is the use of hormones, steroids, and antibiotics in egg production. So hormones are banned in Canada and we do not use them in egg production. Antibiotics are not used preventatively in egg production. They're only used to treat an infectious outbreak with a veterinarian's prescription, and the eggs would be taken out of production until there's no residue of the antibiotics in the hens. Steroids are also banned in Canada and we do not use them in egg production. All of our ingredients that go into the feed are not only nutritious, but they're locally sourced. They're also safe for animal consumption and for humans. We have a rigorous program where we ensure the quality of the grains and the meals that are coming in are safe for the hens. They're also safe for humans. They're tested to ensure that they have no mycotoxins and they're not waste products. They're straight from the field. Also, animal agriculture is a regulated field, so we ensure that everything that goes into the feed meets the CFIA requirements for human safety.
Once the feed is ready, It is delivered to local barns where farmers like me take it from there.
Feed and water are an integral part to the hens' well-being. As you can see here, this is their feed trough, and their feed is going to be given to them multiple times a day based on a timer. The feed is going to be made up of many different particles. So we're going to have corn, we're going to have wheat. There's also going to be a protein source, so a soybean meal, a canola meal, that's really going to help promote their body weight. Whatever she eats, half of it goes into her body, but the other half goes into her egg. So we actually are able to have a dietitian come onto our farm every couple of weeks and adjust the diet of the bird to see what she needs. So we see what the bird weight is, we're gonna see how much she's eating, we're gonna see what the egg weight is. And based on those numbers and the production, we're gonna be able to customize a diet that we're gonna really help enhance her well-being. The next thing with feed is important is the water. The water on my farm is sourced from a municipal water, so it's really well treated, it's really good water. And as you know, inside of an egg is mostly water-based. So that water is super important, that it's good, clean water for them, and that those eggs are gonna stay really healthy and we get that grade A quality that you all want.
So the next time you crack an egg, we hope you are reminded of the care that we take every day to make sure our hens are well cared for and produce highly nutritious food for your family to eat.